We are about to wrap up here. I would like to recognize Senator Felag, Senator Murray, Rep. Carson, Director Coit, Janet Quattromani from DEM, Rep. Blazejewski. We've got Nick Uchi from OER. Thank you for coming. Rep. Marcella Kosowski, Rep. Knight, and Treasurer Magaziner. Thank you for being here today. I don't know if I mentioned Senator DePalma and Rep. Ruggiero. Finally, I'd like to invite my colleague and a personal inspiration. I feel so lucky that I get to work right next to her every day. Priscilla de la Cruz. She is the Environment Council of Rhode Island's president and the Rhode Island director of Green Energy Consumers Alliance. This year, Priscilla is going to be advocating for a low-carbon future, and as the new president of the Environment Council of Rhode Island, she is bringing her singular vision for a just, equitable, and influential Environment Council of Rhode Island. She's bringing that vision to life. So Priscilla, thank you for your leadership, and please come join me up here.
Thank you, Kai. Thank you, everyone. As Kai said, my name is Priscilla de la Cruz. I'm serving as the current president of the Environment Council of Rhode Island as of last summer, and also the Rhode Island director of Green Energy Consumers Alliance. I have been with that organization for about 10 years and working alongside many of our fearless advocates here in this room. So thank you all for being here today and taking the time. I will be brief in the interest of time, and so that you all have enough time to talk with our elected officials who took the time to join us today. And to attend this year's legislative coffee. We thank you all again for your interest in the Environment Council and for our legislative priorities. I would also like to thank our speakers, the Senate President and the House Majority Leader. We appreciate your leadership and look forward to working with you and your colleagues to address the climate crisis with urgency and in the coming months. And another round of applause for our fantastic speakers. Would like to personally thank Barnaby Evans and Kim Anderson. Your remarks and your ongoing leadership in the Ocean State is truly inspiring. The Environment Council of Rhode Island is honored to call you both allies in this fight against climate change. I would also like to take a moment to thank our volunteers. ECRI, the Environment Council of Rhode Island, is a coalition of coalitions and many volunteers who have organized and mobilized over the years around climate. And in particular, I would like to thank our VP of Policy, Kai Salem, who's our MC today. Thank you so much. And also our very part-time staffer, Greg Garrett. If you don't know Greg Garrett, there's something wrong. And if you don't know Greg Garrett, make sure you talk to him today. He's back there. Thank you, Greg, for all your work. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge our young activists and advocates who are here with us today. Thank you so much. Round of applause for them. We know that our young advocates and our current young generations not only care, but passionately care. They know that this is a fight for their lives, a fight for their future, and we owe it to them to really bring immediate, smart, and bold action on climate crisis now. So as we start this legislative session, the Environment Council of Rhode Island, we're here to renew our commitment to working with each and every one of you in this room, with all of your colleagues in the General Assembly and our policy makers, our governor, and just as important, to mobilize all Rhode Islanders across the state who are already experiencing the impacts of climate change and are seeing the cost of inaction. The climate crisis is here, as you heard, and it's real. And also, as you heard from our speakers today, we need to do our part and we need to work together to avoid catastrophic impacts of climate change by dramatically reducing our emissions, phasing out fossil fuels, and transforming our energy systems. And we need to do this now, and we need to do it while building climate resiliency across all of our communities, and also ensuring that those who are most vulnerable and have been assuming the burden of climate change over centuries are ensured an equitable and just transition as we transition to a clean energy economy. So, in closing, my message is simple. Work with us, because we want to work with you all, and we're committed to that work. And all Rhode Islanders to advance our legislative priorities and passing meaningful and impactful legislation this year, in 2020, this session. Let's work together. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Priscilla, for your leadership here and everywhere. I'd like to close by finally recognizing Rep. Hagan-McEntee, Senator Golden, Rep. Caldwell, Rep. Tansey, Senator Quezada, who has returned, Rep. Lyle, for joining us today. Finally, if you haven't yet gotten a copy of our 2020 legislative priorities, please do that. Otherwise, just chat to the environmental advocates and let's get some good things done this session.